Oh wait, before that,
Yo,
does my mic sound fucked up right now?
No, it sounds better than last week's.
Does my
Because last week it was fucked up, bro.
Up?
Last week my mic sounded bad. So
my mic sounded like I have a plugged nose. Do I have a plugged nose?
That's just your voice, bro.
Yo, that's
Don't blame the mic.
That's mad disrespectful, and I'm gonna need you to apologize for what you just told me, bro.
I'll
start this up, Matchy.
I'll apologize on under.
Signature.
I'm very sorry.
Signature beginning.
Signature introduction.
Yeah.
Welcome back. This is Don't Think Too Hard, the podcast brought to you by Andre, Jonny, Patrick, and myself, Matchy. We're back for another amazing episode. Brought to you by the crew.
Hopefully. We have some good news.
He may be back. I'm not saying for sure.
Is finally closed.
Because Patrick says.
This is episode 36.
Yo, what if that hole was formed because someone blew his back out?
Yo, let's not start rumors. I don't want to put. I don't want to start rumors.
His back
there's this girl in like the podcast space that I usually listen to, like, and she's like one of the people, and then her name is Peg the Stallion. So
I know who you're talking about.
Is it because she gets pegged?
You know? She pegs. Her name is Mandy, and then she's.
Yeah, I know who. I know he's.
Yeah, I'm Mandy confused. From Horrible Decisions.
Yeah. And she's talking about NBA players and things. It's like, yo,
they're like getting pegged apparently.
Oh, so she gets her back blown out.
No, she blows out dudes' backs. Is what I'm saying.
Wait, what?
That's what
she puts on a strappy.
Yes.
A dude says
it's real kinky, bro. It's real. It's real. Whoa.
That sounds like they need me on the podcast. I'm joking.
I don't know if you're joking. Honestly,
honestly, that's why we all froze, bro.
I really don't know. I remember back in the day I asked what's your sexual level, but I feel like Matchy is hiding things.
You think I'm hiding? I wouldn't hide things. Not on the podcast. I'm an open book. To everybody I know, you guys know everything about me.
Is that water or tequila? Oh no, judging by
we're not in person yet.
It's water
for the lockdown.
It's water, but I wish it was. Not tequila. I can't stand tequila. I wish it was vodka.
Remember, as soon as this gray zone bull is lifted, and then we can get back into.
Bro, will it ever be? I heard we're talking about like a 3-week.
We're talking about another
penitentiary lockup, fam.
Hey, listen, my girl's getting vaccinated next week. My girl's getting vaccinated next week. That means we're getting more vaccines. So hopefully,
are you getting vaccinated next week?
I have no reason. She has a reason. I don't have a reason to. So yeah, I can't. I wish, but I can't. To be honest, but all I'm saying is hopefully by the end of summer, at least.
Dude, I want to. But here's the thing, dude. Dude, I want to have.
If I spend another summer side, I'm just gonna let that hang, bro.
No, just repeat that because your thing froze. Yeah.
If I spend another summer inside, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Honestly,
but these lockdowns it doesn't confine you to your house. Like you can go outside
and do what? I can't play footy. That's all I do when I go out.
I don't know. Bask in the glow of the sun.
I do that, and then I'm like, I want to play footy. But then I'm like, I'm tired of playing.
Keep ups in your backyard,
bro. Listen, I don't want you to give me alternatives. I want to be angry and be justified in it.
But y'all are gonna play footy soon, no?
Hopefully, if it's not canceled.
Bro, I want my money back from the last time. If I don't get my money back from indoors,
no. So the idea is they want to reschedule the season. So they're rescheduling. They're rescheduling it post, after. The week after Easter is when they want to restart the season.
Yeah, but what if I move to France after Easter?
Sucks for you.
Well, give me my money back.
I want my fairgrounds bills back.
If it was up to me, I pleaded for it. I pleaded for it. Myself and the other captains, we pleaded for our money back, and they said no. Reason
I feel
being,
like that's illegal.
Yeah, I think it is too. But I don't know.
A class action lawsuit.
We weren't in a position. Well, I mean, we were in a position to argue, and we did argue, and but nothing came out of it. Unless we would have taken legal action. I don't think there was a chance of.
You know how many people moved out to white people country, bro? Like there are people who were at the beginning of the pandemic living in the GTA that are no longer here. Maybe it's not possible for everyone anymore.
I mean, one of our teammates moved to Halifax.
See? What? That's what I said.
Yeah, so
That's so drastic.
Yeah,
I want to move to Alberta.
He moved because of school.
Oh,
yeah, he had school there.
I like Alberta.
Me too. Beautiful place.
I want to see
Have you
mountains.
been? I've never been. Honestly, I need to travel.
You never been?
I've only been to Ontario and Quebec. Those are the only two provinces I've been.
I've been to evereverhere and anywhere.
Have you been to Banff?
I have.
Is it?
Did you hear what I said? Oh, I thought you were talking.
So think of this. Here's the crazy thing. You know those amazing, beautiful pictures you see on the internet about Banff?
Yeah.
Those don't do it justice.
That's crazy.
That's what I hear.
Like my heart's palpitating right now.
That's what it is. Banff is. So the way when we went to Banff,
is the water that clear?
We went in the winter.
Oh, okay.
So it was like it was frozen over.
A winter wonderland.
But I shit you not. So we went skiing, and it was. I went skiing in two places, in like two really crazy places. I went skiing in Slovakia on the Alps, along the Alps, and to Banff. Those are like the two, and Vermont. But Vermont, I don't know. Vermont, I didn't like that much.
I feel like Vermont's like the cheap getaway for Americans to go skiing. That's why.
But Banff was like in Slovakia. It was really, really nice there. In like Slovakia, Poland, it was beautiful there. But Banff, it was just something about pointy mountain tops, and it's like and it's like you're in the Rocky Mountains, yeah. So it's you look over and you just see a row of this, and it's like this endless row of nothing but beautiful mountains. And we got lucky enough to go there for the week, for like a week and a half. And we got blessed with the most incredible weather. Like I'm talking not a single cloud in the sky. And when we got to so there's this one run called like Sunshine Village.
Yeah.
And it's like a 20-minute gondola to like 60% up the hill. 60% up the hill from base. And it's like from there you have ski lifts that go to like different peaks. And we decided to take like 3 ski lifts to get to the highest peak in that region. And dude, the shit you could see, and then just flying down the hill afterwards on your skis is just, it's I can't describe it. It's literally an experience you can only see.
I can imagine. And since Jonny already has predestined snowboarding skills, he can
it's gonna be so sick. I'll be doing backflips on the Rockies, just seeing pine trees tumbling in and out of my view. It's gonna be amazing, bro.
Jonny, did you have an N64?
No.
Whatever. There's this game called 1080. Is all I know. It's a snowboarding game. I thought I was nasty at snowboarding because I was like, I used to do 360s. I used to know all the names of the moves that people did because I was playing 1080. And it's fun, bro. Like it's just at a level where like if I could snowboard to that level, it would be quite an experience. I feel like I'm just not ready to put in that amount of investment to get there. You know what
it is? Yeah. You have to like live there.
For what, Banff?
Be in that culture to like want to snowboard every weekend. Extent. Yeah.
I mean, I want to snowboard every weekend. I want to ski every weekend, but I feel like a lot of it comes from my love for it, but not having direct access to it at the highest.
It's tough here.
Like listen, Blue Mountain is the biggest hill we have in. You heard of me, right?
That's crazy.
I called it a hill.
That's what I'm saying. Like you called it a hill.
I called it a hill.
That's the biggest hill we have,
dude. And like, no disrespect to
those
who.
Going to Chinguzi Park, bro.
Yeah, no. Like that's a bump. That's a speed bump. That's if the globe was bit by mosquito. That's what that would be. And it's like, no disrespect to anyone who goes to like Horseshoe Valley or Glen Eden or Hockley. Like those are all like decent hills. But when I go skiing and go snowboarding, I want to be at a point where I'm going down the hill longer than I am waiting in line and going up the lift. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's when you really get experience. But it's also scary, dude. Imagine. I'll tell you guys a story. Tell you guys a story in Slovakia.
A moose.
No, I don't think we have meese there. Moose. Meese?
Caribou.
Meese?
Meese, bro. Mooses.
Mooses.
It's just
Mice.
moose.
It's just moose.
Mice, bro.
Mice. Mice. Yeah.
So,
It's moose.
no. So we get up on this hill, right?
Sorry.
And so we wake up early. We're in Slovakia. We're right at the bottom of the hill. And like we see that it's cloudy. No worries. Tell me, bro. Forecast says clear skies in the afternoon. So we're thinking, morning is going to be a little bit cloudy. No big deal. We'll fly this. We'll go up there. Dude, we're up this gondola. And a gust of wind throws this massive nuke of fog. And I shit you not. We're at the peak.
Can't see shit, eh?
We are at the peak. I put my hand out like this and I couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
I couldn't see
in a cloud,
dude.
bro.
It was fucked. It was when I tell you I looked down and I couldn't see my skis. I shit you not, I couldn't see my skis.
And take in, people climb Mount Everest in that kind of weather.
It's so the way we got down, and you're asking how we got down. I'll tell you exactly how we got down. When you ski or skate, you brake using you're on your side and you're braking down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We put our pole. This is the closest experience I have to saying blind people, I know what you go through. Swear on my life. I had my ski pole and I was legit feeling shit to make sure I don't hit it. And it's okay, that's a fence. That's a fence. That's a fence.
Okay, that's a tree.
Gotta go around it. Gotta go around it. Gotta go around it. And it's like you're moving at the slowest pace. You're essentially stepping down the mountain with your skis on.
Honestly,
and then,
we should do a full squad trip to one of those, and then y'all go skiing. I'm chilling in the cabin, drinking some hot chocolate, and then coming back, and I just get to sit around the fire while y'all tell all your ski stories.
Yeah.
And it's a whole new experience for me because I wasn't there.
You live vicariously through us.
Y'all all saw it, so it's boring to you, but I
we
get
should
to get a whole new excitement level.
We should wait for the fog and then just send Patrick up on loan on the gondola.
Yo,
that's a hole in this man's back, bro.
Patrick, I love you, but yeah.
Honestly, this man's knees might just buckle.
Getting it.
Just putting on skis.
His cartilage will just leave, bro. He's like, I'm not ready for this. I'm going,
bro. This guy would get out of the gondola, and by the time he realizes he can't take his skis out in time, bro, the skis are going down the hill, and he's fucking has to walk. Oh my god.
Patrick's the kind of guy who would just be like, well, I have to go, so might as well go now.
Low-key in high school, this guy used to be. We used to have how we had CSL in the morning.
Yeah.
There's that one year that they did the volleyball league, and then Patrick was saying he wanted to play. I was like, so how are you gonna play with your knees, bro? You're gonna jump up for one thing, and your knee's just gonna shatter on landing. This guy, man.
His mind is ready, but his body's just like, okay, have you considered
the consequences?
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my god. But yeah. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm undecided because my girl wants me to learn how to ski or snowboard. So I can go to these events, and I'm just because y'all went last weekend.
Yeah, and I tell you this.
She told me I almost died, eh?
Who? Me? Oh, that was fucking terrifying. That was terrifying. I'll get to that story later. But your girlfriend is actually insane at snowboarding.
Yeah, she's went 3 times, bro.
Yeah, that's shocking.
That's how she lives life.
How do you go 3 times, bro? Because it was literally so she was like, Machi, can you help me out? So I'm thinking, I remember teaching you guys how to ski or snowboard the very first time you guys went. I remember teaching. Yeah. And no disrespect, but you guys weren't very good. So I'm thinking on a beginner basis. And as I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, we're going up onto the bigger side of the hill. Are you sure you're gonna be able to get down this? She's like, yeah, it's fine. And then so I'm sitting there putting on my snowboard straps. I'm still trying to think about how I can think of all right, beginner steps on how to make it down the hill. Just break your way down the hill. Your girlfriend shocked me. She got up and she just starts carving this thing like it's nothing. I'm like, what? When did this happen?
It's the Matrix.
So yeah,
on the way down, she just downloaded the file, bro. She was like, "Yo, I got it."
it's one of those
He's
situations.
a do or die type of person. That's why.
Yeah,
and when she puts herself in situations where it's like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna die. So she does.
It's like one of those. It's one of those. You got to adapt to it while you're doing it.
Maybe that's
right?
how I should learn to swim. Just throw myself.
So we talked about that. The people who went snowboarding in that group.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and then we kind of came down to the conclusion. The only real way to learn is like you could watch videos and all that shit. That's gonna teach you so much. The best way to learn is to throw your shit down the hill and figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And hope that you survive long enough that you don't cripple yourself in your learning progress.
Honestly, with the case of swimming, it's as long as you can avoid panicking, I feel like most humans can figure it out. Not
so?
Not in like if you're in like some vast current or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm just talking about like in calm water,
like a pool.
Like, because me personally, like I took swimming lessons like back in the day, but for some reason my brain is like, you know what? Just pretend that we never did that. Because like I have no technique at all anymore. But like I could always swim well enough to save my life. Like I've gone cliff jumping, I've gone in water, like I've gone like to people's cottages and like jumped in the water. Like I've always able to swim well enough to get back to shore.
Johnny would panic in a hot tub.
Bro, you guys see me cliff? You guys see me cliff dive? Just know that I left a note in my hotel room spelling out why I wanted to end my life, bro. Because I'm not making it back to shore.
I'm gonna tell you this. You think that until a friggin' like 7-year-old kid, as you guys are up on top of the cliff, like trying to like hype yourselves up to go, a 7-year-old kid walks up. As he's walking, kicks off his shoes, pulls off his socks, take this guy's shirt off, and does a full front nose dive off a 9-story cliff.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Perfect splash.
Dude, kids are fearless. Yeah, there's shit I did as a kid.
Term with his mortality.
That's exactly what it is, bro. Kids are me as a kid. Yeah. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was a fearless guy. For those of you, like I know you guys know, but for viewers who are listening at home, I have like a ravine that's essentially a cliff. I would climb trees against this cliff, fucking fearless. I would climb to the highest tree and like just sit down on the like thinnest branch. No biggies. This is me as a kid. Now, I'm scared to walk 5 feet into that ravine. It's like, nah. There's something about kids that just like
my body isn't as bouncy as it was before.
It's either that.
If I fall, it's cracking.
It's either that or me as a kid didn't watch enough YouTube videos showing me that people fuck up and die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I needed to see was 2 seconds of Final Destination, and I'm like, anything above the level of roller coasters, I'm good. I don't need it. I don't need it in my life. I don't need roller coasters. I don't
even need roller coasters.
You realize Final Destination happened in real life. You don't remember that story from like years ago, where that girl went in that a drop zone thing, but her hair got caught in the thing.
Oh,
so as it dropped, it pulled her face off.
Yeah, was it her face or like her scalp? Her scalp.
Whatever it was, she lost her skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I was also reading that somebody.
You're joking. Like,
no.
You're trying to give me nightmares.
There was also another. Remember? You guys remember Chase? Chase was a really good goat carter, and he said that one time, like he was waiting for his in line for a race. I don't know if he made this up. This was back in like grade 7, grade 8. Yeah. I don't know. He could have made this up, maybe not. I chose to believe him. I still believe him. He was waiting for his turn in a race, right? And a race was finishing, and like he didn't notice. But like then ambulances started like rushing onto the thing. A girl who was racing, her hair got caught in the engine in the cart. And it got like tangled up and like it like ripped something or something happened and like so that was they like nuts. So Final Destination is a scary thing, man.
Yeah, that put the fear of life into me. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to lose it yet. You know, it's funny because I'm like, I haven't experienced enough life to want to lose it. But then because of that, I don't want to experience life. So I'm like caught in this weird juxtaposition where I'm like, I want to live longer so I can experience the things, but then I don't want to experience the things that I want to live for.
I agree with you. Match, remember when our girls were talking about trying to convince us to go friggin' skydiving?
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing in the world.
Bro, the best thing that can happen is that
I saw that joke too. Literally, the best case scenarios is I live. Like, I'm in the exact same position as I was before.
What experience? Oh, I saw the Earth. Wow, I saw clouds.
I could have saw that on YouTube.
I could have flown on a plane. Literally, you stay in the plane, you look around,
and you see the same thing.
And then you land, you look around, you're like, oh,
you know what? Wow. Honestly, bro, you could open the door even. I'll peek. I'll peek a check left, right. That's enough for me.
Bro, it's honestly, I am scared to get inside of a Boeing 747 to fly to Europe.
Turbulence, bro.
Me neither, dude. It scares the living shit. I don't like flying.
Or when the plane
for someone who flies to Europe every 2 years, for someone who flies to Banff and Vermont and all these places, Slovakia, for someone who flies a lot, I fucking hate planes. I can't stand them. It scares the shit out of me. I watch way too many Mayday episodes, and I'm scared to board a passenger plane. And they want me to jump out of one?
Yeah. No.
And it's even crazier that they give you all the statistics about how being in a plane is technically safer than a car. Because percentage-wise, plane crashers are way less.
Yeah.
But if
than car crashers,
also a lot less planes in the air.
Also die.
No, that's why I said percentage-wise.
That's an instant KO.
But what I'm saying is, like, the more you travel, I feel like you're just testing your luck.
Yeah,
because if it's a 0.2% time, if it's a 0.2%, if you travel more than 100 times, already you're in danger territory now. You know what I mean? Yo,
I don't want any, bro. That's why I even take the stairs, bro. I don't like elevators.
saying that soccer experience really threw up, eh?
Bro, I promise you, I don't even like taking the elevator up 2 floors. If I can, I'll walk. I'll walk up the stairs. I don't care how long it takes me. The only time I went,
that was your fault, bro. It's for real though.
No. It was the keeper, bro. The man just no, bro.
That was your guy's fault.
No. Let me explain, bro. So we're all getting in the elevator, and I don't want to wait for the next one. And I already don't like elevators at this point. But I'm like, I don't want to walk. We just had a game. So Andre and basically like 6 other guys wait. But I'm like, I'm not waiting. I want to go and crash. So we all get in the elevator, chilling. We press whatever floor 9. The doors closed. That's the last time I see Andre for the next 3 hours. Our keeper thinks it's funny to start bouncing and jumping in the elevator. We're like, yo, what are you? If it freezes, we're killing you. It goes up to level 2, level 3, and then it stops. And we're supposed to go up to, like, I don't know. I think we're on the 5th floor or whatever. And we're looking at the keeper, and we can see we're halfway between 2 floors. And I promise you, if we were any older and our rage couldn't be filtered, we would have killed him. Because I wanted to. I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, oh my gosh. We're in a metal elevator, a steel walls for 2.5 hours. So long that the walls started sweating. I'm in here sticking my face into crevices trying to get fresh air, even though we're in a hotel. So there is no fresh air, but I need other air other than the musty, sweaty, stale air.
Did you guys end up taking off like your shirts, like because of claustrophobia?
No. There was one man, and Jonny will know. One man who was older than us, who was pissed, bro. This guy was shirtless, had his shirt in his hand, drenched in sweat, just stomping through the fucking hallways after he came. I was so mad.
One guy had claustrophobia, so he had a mental breakdown after like an hour and a half, and we're there consoling him. But at the same time, we're like, yo, we're in the same position. So if he's tripping out, shouldn't we be tripping out? But it's like, and then man started try to lighten the mood by playing music. I got so mad. I'm like, this is not the time to be playing uplifting music. So I slapped the phone on him. And I almost started a fight. But I'm like, bro, I didn't have any logic at this point because it was like 2
honestly,
hours
not many
past.
people would. Not many people would.
Matchy,
If someone,
you see 15 athletes, which means they don't weigh 100 pounds.
yeah,
These guys are all between the weights of 150 to 200 because
Yeah.
they're athletes.
Yeah.
Right? Are you getting on the elevator?
no, not a chance.
like common
No, bro.
sense, bro.
Bro. I'm telling you, it's because the man started bouncing like he was at a club. I'm telling you, that's the reason.
Bro.
We heard that,
I don't care.
and then it's finished.
Bro, we heard you guys in the elevator as we went up, and as a joke, we were like, "Yo, it would be crazy if they were stuck." And then you guys were stuck.
Bro,
Yo, I'm not
the
gonna lie to you.
craziest thing. The craziest thing, we pressed the alarm button to say that we're stuck.
Mhm.
So we're talking to the lady at the front, say, "Yo, we're stuck," and she's like, "We're stuck. Can you call like the fire department or whatever to come get us out?"
Yeah.
Lady's like, "Nah." I'm like, we're like, pardon? I haven't had water in like 4 hours, and I just had a game in 30-degree sun. What do you mean you're not calling the fire department, fam? She's like, we'll get a mechanic. How long is that gonna take? 2 hours. Huh?
Oh.
You mean 2 hours on top of the two? No, we're calling the. So we called the.
You guys call 911.
Yeah. The fire department come. They open
They were so cheese. Like,
yo,
you guys,
what, the department?
they open the
fire
door.
department was so
I
mad,
see our
bro.
coach just posted up against the wall, giving
Yeah, because we were waiting for you in the lobby.
Oh my days, bro!
Why were the firemen were cheese? Is their job to save you?
No. Our coach was.
No, the firemen were cheese. You all didn't hear them. Like, they walked out, they were literally like stupid fucking kids. Like they were like, they were mad,
Really?
bro. Yeah.
Really?
Yo,
They
you
were
saved my
mad.
life, yo. I don't care.
That's what they get paid for.
That's his
To
job.
save stupid kids.
No, they get paid to stop fires, not get 15 fucking black people out of a fucking elevator.
Yo, it took them forever, bro. It's
To
all
be
because of that one
100%
guy.
honest with you, if I was on that team, my luck would have it that I'd be stuck in the elevator.
Honestly,
If you were smart enough, once
No, because I'll
listen,
tell you why. This is why.
Yeah, okay.
My punctuality is the best I know out of everybody I know, which means my ass is in that elevator first.
Yeah,
And
then
I'm gonna
once
be-
there's 10 people
and that's
there,
the thing.
I
I'm
leave.
gonna be too lazy. Like, listen, I'm gonna be crushed against the back at that point, and it's literally gonna be, do I just go up, or am I gonna say, excuse me, and they're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Nah, I'm saying
My ass
excuse me,
is
don't
in the
fuck with me.
elevator.
No. Don't fuck with me. No, I'm leaving the elevator, bro. Listen, because of COVID, my building has a 3-person limit per elevator, so we can have spacing or whatever.
Yeah.
And if there's 2 people in there, that's already too much for me, bro. Like, I'm like, if I can't get my elevator by myself,
I don't want it.
I don't like. If I see a single person in the elevator when it opens, I'm like, I'll wait for the next one. Like, I'm not.
At
all.
elevators at my school are really, really bad. So
Yeah.
I would walk 6 flights of stairs. But I don't know if you guys know my university. So it'd be like, you know, spiral stairs, like where they're like rectangles, right? And they go up. So imagine normal sets of floors. 1 to 4 were normal, but 4 to 5, you needed to go up maybe 6 of them, and then we fifth floor, and then you need to go up another 6 to get to the 6th. Because it was just how
another
dumb.
6
'cause it
flights of
stopped at 5?
stairs.
Yeah, no. So because, like, I don't know, it's really difficult to explain the way my school looked. Just trust me when I tell you, it was between floor 4 and 5, there was 5 stories, and then
Okay,
between
yeah,
5
that
and
makes
6, there were
sense.
3 stories.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Like, there were no floors
That's-
between.
No. That's
there were-
fine. That's fine.
It was
I
just a
understand.
spiral.
what you
Yeah.
mean.
There was like
So,
5 rows of
it's
stairs
like,
before.
yeah. So it was like, I would avoid the elevator because it was so slow that I could make my way to the 6th floor faster than that elevator could get me up there.
Yeah.
Which is,
That's crazy.
to be fair, God bless our Dixie coach for doing literally fitness trainings before every game, and every warm up were literally fitness practice. So God bless his soul that I was running up and down those stairs like it was nothing. My buddy beside me gasped out of his mind. He's like, okay, fuck this. I'm turning around. I'm going down into the elevator.
Yo, that's another story. A full 90-minute game going on. This man has his pylons, bringing out his pylons, making 2 lines, having us doing full-on sprints. So
Before
like,
the game.
Like the game is starting, and I'm like on the field like.
Bro,
you know what the worst? This is probably the dumbest thing. I respect the guy as a human being, but this is probably the dumbest thing a coach has ever said to me. You know what he said to me? So I start the game and I get off, or no, I started on the bench.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting, and he's like, "Matchy, go warm up." So I'm warming up. And he's like, "You're done?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Listen, when you warm up, I expect you to be as tired as the players on the pitch, so that when you go on, you're mentally in the same position." I'm like, "What the fuck's the point of a sub if I'm gonna be if I'm gonna be just as tired as them?"
Yeah.
It made no sense.
My coach said you have to be sweating as much as the players do in order for you to be subbed on. That's how I know you're ready. I'm where's my water bottle? Let me just.
Yo, you know how I know back in the day how they had no science behind their like logic. Like we would have fitness like sessions, and they'd be like, "If you're not sweating, that's it. That means you're not working hard enough." I'm like, people would be like, "I don't have sweat ducts. I cannot sweat. Bro. I will fall on the floor and die before a single drop of sweat falls from my forehead."
And then
this guy's like, no, you're not working hard enough. That just means you're not working hard.
Bro, I'll be drenched in sweat during the warm-up. It's like, see, Johnny's working hard. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I would have that too. I sweat like this. I sweat from walking in the sun, bro.
Yeah, Andre, dude, I remember one time it was a game, and like Andre got from the parking lot, and Andre's drenched at this point. I'm like, "Andre, you got back from a game?" He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Bro,
I'm sweating right now, bro. Like, I'm chill, bro. I would always get the praise. He's like, "Yo, Andre's working hard for himself." I was like,
and people will be looking at me. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you why I'm sweating. I'm just gonna let you hate me for the praise I'm getting.
Because you get the praise, but like that's how you know, man. It's footy. Honestly, like looking back, growing up,
we had some dumb coaches.
These people had no idea. They had
but here's the thing.
No clue. Men would black out in the middle of the field, not know where they are, and be like, "You're good though, yo, shake it off."
Yeah, just
dude, bro.
Drug it off.
I swear on my life, I probably I know I completely damaged my ankle ligaments not too long ago. I had that same feeling mid-season in my youth days. They just gave me cold spray and told me to get back out there.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, Matt, you remember when I was playing for Brampton and we played you?
Yeah. Oh, and you got
y'all said I passed out for a second because I woke up one thing. I thought I fell and just got back up, but they told me I was on the floor for a minute. And I went to my coach and told him, he's like, "Yo, you're all right. Get back out there."
But it's a different generation. So I was in church one time, and a guy fainted. A guy fainted in church because it was Easter and it was super claustrophobic. It's super hot.
Yeah.
And a man just passed out because of the sheer claustrophobia. I was standing beside my dad, and the whole mass stops, and somebody's like, "Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!" And my dad's like, "Dude, just splash some water on the guy's face."
Give him some smelling salts, bro. What's wrong with you?
So I don't know. It's
Yo, I missed that, bro. I want to try now. Y'all had the smelling salts when we were playing back in
that shit,
days, man.
Dude. It was. I don't know if it was Jonny who said it or somebody else said it on the team. It was perfect way to describe it was how they described it. It's like stabbing your brain with a knife. That's what it was like.
Bro, it's the strongest smelling substance I've ever whiffed into my nostrils,
insane.
Bro.
That's insane.
You can just honestly,
wake up. I don't know. Our conversation on footy has been...
That's the shit that Big Bird takes to wake up himself up every morning.
Yo.
Call back. Hey, Mr. Comedian. That's what we call a call back in the comedian. But
yeah, go back.
Yeah, friggin' we barely talked about footy, but y'all got me amped to play footy. I got an email the other day that's saying Toronto Football League, it might be starting, so I might I might have to.
Just come down to Brampton every Wednesday and play with me and Johnny.
Honestly, when I start making money, I'm gonna get a car up here, and then I'll be way.
100%. Yeah, let's do it. 100%. Sunday. Sunday. We're gonna be playing Sundays most likely. Podcasts, recordings, and then straight to footy. I like that. Think smart.
I can't wait for that.
I need COVID
I can't wait
to be
to
over.
make one run and just sub off for the entire game.
Dude, here.
Or pull a muscle.
I love those. I love
my
those,
girlfriend. Bro, my girlfriend went for a walk today, and so we were planning on hanging out, and she had the whole day planned. God bless her soul. She's like, yeah, so I want to watch this new movie, this new show.
God bless her soul.
Because
I didn't have nothing planned for it.
So it was, Machi, let's just watch New Amsterdam, cuddle, and then I'll make dinner. We'll make dinner. It'll be super fun. I was like, babe,
it's warm.
I feel like I'm so out of shape. I have not moved above a walking pace. Can we go for a walk? I originally said a run. Can we go for a run? She said, all right, let's go for a walk. Let's get some ice cream. All right, no worries. I shit you not. I walked a block, and I'm there standing yeah.
Let's go home.
It's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season.
That sun is different, bro. Walking in winter versus walking when the sun out is different.
It's different. I had a black hoodie on. I'm standing there I'm not ready for the season. I'm not at all. No, this is bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
When I tell you I'm out of shape, Johnny, I'm telling you, I am maybe one through ball a game ready. That's it.
Bro, I'm going to start playing like Pirlo. I'm just going to turn. Every play, I'm just going to pivot at the center. I'm like, oh, ball.
Yeah. Ball. Right. No. I need to join a league so I can ask for the ball in defense, make my one deke through, try and get my way through everyone, sprint up the whole field and be like, center attack and right back position. And then
just coach.
Coach. And when there's no, we don't have time, then I just go, I just drop on the
I remember one time we were at the soccer center, and it was not COVID, but it was right after our U21 days. So it's I haven't played footy for maybe 8 months, and I think Johnny remembers this because it was the first game of the season, and in the last 4 minutes, we didn't have we had subs, so this makes it worse. In the last 4 minutes, I'm how there's 5-minute shifts at the soccer center, right? It's an unwritten rule that your team subs out every 5 minutes. So I sub on in 5 minutes left. Do 3.5 minutes left. I'm like, I can't do this. I get onto the bench. I sit down. I put my arm on Johnny. He's like, yo, you good? I'm like, I think I'm gonna fucking throw up. He's like, whoa. This guy gets up. And my ass falls on the bench. I'm like, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna throw up.
Bro. Yo, I wasn't ready for that, bro.
Do you guys remember that playoff game that we had?
Where
we were in the soccer center
and we had triple
doing
overtime?
That thing where it's one man off, right? And then one of our players fully tackled, dived at a man's legs, and the ref just said, "That's fine."
That was.
We won that game.
You don't remember? So, John, I'll break it down. You guys, it was Quabi, right?
Yeah.
So it was overtime. So we were in the semis. It was in the semis, and to win, we would verse a team that we knew very well. It was other people from our age who were playing. So they were top of the league, and we wanted to verse them. They just slaughtered their opponent in the semis, and it's our game now, bro. Yeah. Full stands, overtime, and at this point we're the last game of the day. So all the other games came to watch our game. Stadium was packed, and it was myself. Andre was on the field. Quabs was on the field with, I think it was Markel and Joran. Yeah, and those were the 5 players on the pitch. Yeah. I came off first, and it was it got down, and so every 5 minutes, one player would get off the pitch. Yeah, and then it turned from 5v5.
And it was Markel and one other
Markel. So it was 5 minutes. It was 5v5. Then the next 5 minutes it was 4v4, 3v3, 2v2. And dude, during the 2v2, this is how we won the game. I shit you not. They did a give and go. and Kwabena or Quabs straight up goalkeeper slid out with his hands out at the guy's feet. Tripped him. The ball hit his elbows. He gets up with his knee, like kind of like shoves it towards Markel. Markel takes the ball, dribbles up the pitch, and scores. The other team's fucking livid at this point. The ref wanted to go home. He didn't call anything. Dude, Quabs is still on the ground.
Johnny, you don't remember this, bro? You were definitely there.
It was one of those. It was one of those goals where half the team went to celebrate with the goal score, and the other half realized how fucking nonsensical Kwabena just saved this season. Everyone runs to him, and it was.
I think I remember, but I don't want to be like I'm making it up in my head, but it sounds familiar, bro. I feel like I've seen Kwabena be like. I look at the ref, I'm like, oh. So we're just gonna get through on some shenanigans.
I honestly because it happened, and I was like, damn, we're over, and then just nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
It just played on.
It was probably the biggest referee malfunction that went in my team's favor ever.
Usually, life. I get shit on by refs, but that was the one time where I could honestly say I was just like,
wow. Thanks. Like it was literally you went to the referee after the game and were like, thank you. But there were Quabs has this thing about his like play style. He always marks the biggest guy on the pitch, and like he just draws fouls, fouls and penalties, and he's so good at that.
He makes everyone angry, bro. Yeah. And it's weird, like without fail. He's not even an annoying defender. He just pisses them off. Somehow.
Yeah. And then, throws an elbow backs into him. He just falls. Whoa! Yellow card. It's like, all right. It's easy, bro. He's really good at that.
He's a true defender, bro. He knows the mind games.
Yeah, that's what it is. Dude, we've had some crazy moments. Crazy moments at the soccer center.
You ended a man's whole life.
That was
his marriage, his kids' respect, job.
I ended my father's respect. My dad was mad at me because of that.
Bro, because he understood that you endangered your life. These are grown men, and you're gonna embarrass him like that.
So for those of you who don't know, it's we're comfortably beating this team. It's like a 3-0 game, and I received the ball.
2 minutes left, bro.
Yeah, I received the ball, and I remember one of our teammates was top of the box calling for it. He's like, yo, I'm open. And I see a defender approaching me. And it's one of those where I wanted to make the pass, but like I wasn't looking at the ball, and the ball rolled kind of behind me.
No, don't lie. You had it all planned in your head. You're like, I'm going to ruin this man's whole career.
Straight up, it wasn't my first intention. My first intention was to play the ball. But when I looked down at the ball was not where my foot was supposed to be. And like corner of my eye, I see him approaching. I tucked the ball between my feet and I rainbow flicked him. And the ball was the most clean rainbow flick I think I've ever done in my career. It landed right on my thigh. It dropped. And I look up, I see goal. So I just take like the most half-ass shot, like off balance, and it just goes in. And it was I should have stopped there. But the mayhem got to me, and I celebrated by wiping off my own shoe. And then Jonny pulls me aside. He's like, "Come off the pitch,
bro.
Just sit down. You're done for the game.
You're done, bro. You can't go back on. You scored the goal. I put my hand on my head. Then reality set in. I looked at the bench. Everyone had straight faces. So I'm like, that's murder? Okay, Matthew, it's time to come off now, bro. Your life is in danger.
I respect that. That's a real one. That's a real friend. Oh, man.
Yeah, no.
There's some shit.
Honestly, no one's doing that to me. I swear to God. No one's doing that to me. It's happened to me once in my life, and it was during soccer class. But if you get the ball over my head, your body isn't touching that ball. Is all I'm saying. Your foot won't get to the ball. The ball may go past me. You're not. Is all I'm saying.
Arrive at that destination, bro. Whatever you thought you were gonna do, just scrap it, because I'm about to send you to the clinic, and it's not the footy one, bro.
It's not
all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You guys talked about sweat. Whew, I got lights on set up right here right now. I'm sweating buckets. I'm in shorts right now. I might turn to underwear. I might turn that to underwear. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I might do this on the podcast. Just shoo, off they go.
Oh my god. Yo. Hard left, like skirt.
Skirt. Go
This
ahead.
is a quick question because I just want to get like a precursor before Johnny drops his question that I
was actually going to be like, yo, hard left, complete left.
I know.
No, Andre's going left. Andre's going left, and Johnny's going to go right back to right.
Yo,
but then he's going to keep going right.
No, you're just going to drop off the earth, bro. There's no direction to this. But,
okay.
Go on.
So my question is, if you guys could try to learn one thing, guaranteed you will not fail, you will gain the skill or the task or whatever it is, but you would still have to put in all the work and whatever. Like, it's not like you're gonna know it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what would it be?
Is it something that's humanly possible?
Yeah.
Or is it any
something
skill?
That's humanly possible.
Okay.
No.
Language. Language.
What language?
Oh, I have to be specific? I can't just say any language?
Nah, you can't just know all the languages, man. It's not allowed.
Because I was thinking of that, like, you know, the pill where you could learn how to play any musical instrument or speak any language. I'd pick the language one. So I was thinking about like being
for that. I would pick the language one too.
I think I would want to be the perfect martial artist. Like
for what discipline?
Like in every discipline.
Like, can't do that. Be specific.
No, bro, but you said I can attain it. So if I spend like 5 years in every discipline, and in every discipline I master it,
then you're dead.
Become the master martial artist.
Then you're dead.
Okay, the
before you even get to use it.
The popular. Okay, I'll become a master at like the original Japanese jiu-jitsu, which is basically like Brazilian jiu-jitsu mixed with judo. Mixed with like, I don't know.
If I was doing that, I'd pick Muay Thai still, though, I think.
Basically, I want to be Jin. What's the name? What's his last name? Sato. What's the name?
Now, are we
Sakai? I want to be
Jin
him.
Sakai.
Jin Sakai.
No, are we
better?
Where's that from again?
It goes to Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Yes.
And so, but like, okay, are you asking me like what I want to do personally or what I want to do to make the most money?
Listen, your life is
I want to get to Madara's skill level in taijutsu.
So you just that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
leeway. You won't because you can't summon giant meteors.
No. I just taijutsu. So when he faces Shinobi Alliance,
when he
I want to fight 1,000 people.
You know,
and boss them with no damage.
So I'll get back to Andre's question, but actually no, I'll get back to Andre. I'll put my opinion later. Andre, what would you learn? Because I'm thinking in my head on what could make me the most amount of money.
Yeah,
I would learn Japanese if it was a language.
I wish, man. I probably
just because it'll be such a culture shock.
Like that would be what I would selfishly want to do for me if money was not involved. But if money was involved, master stocks, or if that's like not an option because stocks are way too unpredictable and you can't like officially master it, I would be the world's greatest baseball batter.
Or the world's greatest gold miner.
No, but that's more luck. But like with a baseball batter, like I could you have
you would basically have money leaking out of your eyeballs.
And you just hoof this fucking ball. All you gotta learn how to do is catch in baseball. Well, obviously not because you gotta throw as well. But I feel like if I was so crazy at batting, maybe that would outshine my liabilities in the outfield.
Yeah, people wouldn't care. If you slammed 3 home runs a game, people wouldn't care if you dropped the ball twice.
Yeah, exactly. So
have you seen him? Bro.
So if we're talking selfishly for money purposes, I'd probably be like a baseball player.
I want you to say it in the context in which your life is exactly as it is now, and you would start learning tonight.
Oh, then Japanese. I'd learn how to speak Japanese.
Martial arts.
I feel like Andre thought about this, and he's gonna send us with some
fighting machine.
Honestly, no. Honestly,
it's just so cool.
This is a question that I wrote down in the podcast notes before we took our little diversion into trying to be footy professionals. So this is like long. Like I don't even remember what I was thinking at the time, but my thought now, as you guys talked, like it's boring. I think it's just like because my passion, which is not really a maybe let me say passion. You know what? I'm a manifest destiny right now. So my passion is trying to learn how to do video and audio editing. So if I could put in the work and be guaranteed to just be like
the best
Marvel movie status, that's
cinematographer.
That's what I would want. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Shit, that's pretty good.
Because then you would be Matt, you would be able to voice over in Japanese, and I would be the action stunt. Yo, it's perfect.
Honestly, I wanna make enough money to be able to enough animators to make my own anime. That is like,
you know how sick that would be.
Yeah,
dream
to have.
Do you guys? Speaking of anime and stuff like that, I'm still waiting for the day my favorite manga of all time is turned into an anime. And it's like, I'm just waiting.
It's already happened.
What's your manga? What's your favorite manga?
Cirque the Freak.
I've
never heard of that.
It's a novel. It's a novel. It's a manga that they turned into a novel. And then it's essentially about a kid, right? A kid whose friend gets poisoned, and he makes a deal with a vampire to blood him, but like it was like an illegal blooding by a vampire, and like he spends his entire life proving to himself that he's a vampire, that like he's a true vampire, because he turns as a half blood, and then like you see his progression into like learning how to become a proper vampire. But like there's so many hiccups because he starts off by not wanting to do what a vampire does, and that's like drink human blood and you know, do a lot of stuff. So he's an apprentice to this amazing character. And then shit goes on, plot twist, there's a load of death, a lot of emotion. Like reading, there's 12 chapters in this manga. I cried 4 times where like I had to put the book down and like take a break.
That's crazy.
It's tough. It's a heavy manga. And I'm still waiting for the day where some millionaire likes it just as much as I did and just hires animators to make it into an anime.
Ooh, that might be me, yo. If you can sell me the pitch, if you can pitch it to me to make me want it.
I think you have to talk to the author, no? The author?
Well, obviously, yeah. But I mean, like, if you make me want to put in the effort, and if I have the money to do that kind of stuff, then I will.
Yeah.
And I will.
Speaking of anime, this is not my question, but you guys just put something else into my head. Why is it that when there's like a manga or a famous book that's being adapted into a movie, why is it so hard for producers to stick to the original storyline?
It's not.
A Death Note.
It's because they are trying to appeal to a movie / wider. Basically, they're trying to appeal to a wider audience than what the manga has in order to make more money.
It's
like, have you ever heard of the game Monster Hunter? Have you heard of that game before?
I think I've heard about it.
But they made a movie on Monster Hunter, which is a Japanese game about some random hunter dude that goes out and hunts monsters, right?
Yeah.
They immediately put U.S. Marines in there.
See, that's so stupid, because the reason why it's popular or like in any relative level is because of the original storyline. So if you
I realize, but the casual fan is what is gonna change,
dude,
whether it's like a success versus a failure.
Okay,
like you can have your diehard, but if your diehard fan base isn't big enough, you're not gonna draw any more people.
But here's the thing.
This is the perfect example. Have you guys read the Percy Jackson novels?
Of course.
Oh yeah, they're
that
good.
would piss me off. That pissed me all the way.
The movie sucked.
5 books.
I know.
And they finished the series in 2 movies. That's impossible.
Wasn't it 3 movies?
They didn't finish it.
They didn't finish it. Yeah.
They only made the first and second movie into a book, but it was so poor in box office they stopped.
No, bro. They killed Cronus in the second movie.
Oh, I think they did.
That's the whole purpose of the... Yes,
I think they did.
Percy had this stupid... I don't even know how it made sense, but he had this... His sword started glowing, and then he killed Cronus when he reformed.
I don't even remember those movies at all.
I remember the first one very well. The second one, I remember, but I don't remember it well.
I don't remember that movie at all. I just remember they finally made freaking Was it Annabeth, right?
Annabeth, yeah.
They actually gave her blonde hair. That one.
Yeah, it's like we have amnesia. It's like, oh yeah, she had the brunette hair before. I don't remember that.
That was no like.
That's the only thing I remember.
But yeah, another thing is you have something so perfect like Death Note, and you literally have a visual representation of the manga, which is the show, the anime, and they turn it into the worst. Hour and a half of live action I've ever seen in my life.
Like, it doesn't make sense, bro.
Hot take. If I just pretend the manga and the anime didn't exist, it's not that bad.
You think so?
It's not that bad. I mean, like, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not
That's
that
the thing.
bad.
But is it not? Is it not that bad because you're sitting there?
It's literally. It's literally only because friggin' Lakeith Stanfield is a A1 actor and he was L, and that's the only reason I can say it's not that bad.
But like, I'm waiting for the day they release a Naruto live action and it's gonna be ass.
Bro, don't do it. They already tried that with
Dragon Ball, bro.
Avatar,
look at Dragon Ball, bro. Before that, did you see Dragon Ball Evolution?
Do you remember Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I couldn't bear to watch either of those movies. I saw the trailer.
My dad was watching Avatar, I think, because he doesn't know anything about the cartoon at all. But it was an action movie, so he's like, "Yo, let me see what this is." And then I sat there for 5 minutes, got up, and I was like, "No." I was like,
dude,
"No."
It was so terrible.
Yeah.
So
but that being said, the Percy Jackson is being adapted into a series. Which hopefully...
A series?
Yeah.
Like a TV show series?
Yeah.
Well, like live action or anime?
Live action.
I don't want
that.
Why wouldn't you want that? They could do
because
way
they did
more
that with
with
Divergent, and then it got canceled.
Dude, here's the thing. If you read the books... if you read the books were so good.
You didn't need to add...
They didn't need... Yeah, they don't... You could have just left out the books.
You have the scripts, the cast, the background,
bro.
Honestly
why can't
speaking,
they do Harry Potter? Even
that's
Harry
the thing.
Potter readers like the friggin' book. They like the movies.
That's what I was
Not
just
all
about
of
to
them,
say.
obviously, but some of them do.
That's what I was just saying. Like Harry Potter is the one franchise where I think transition from books to movies really well.
I'll tell you this, and I might be biased because I don't even know. But when I read Harry Potter, and then when I first watched the movie, like, of course, there's things you imagine in your head that are going to be different in the movie because your brain works different. But when I saw Hogwarts and like Harry and Hermione and Ron, I was like, I can't imagine, like in my head, this is how they looked. And this is how Hogwarts looked. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of like... Because there's so much information and plot in Harry Potter that you couldn't put it all in a 2-hour movie, so they had to cut out and cut corners.
Yeah,
but for the most part, it was pretty well directed.
But it was also Harry Potter had a massive budget. That's another thing.
Yeah, like and the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings.
I never read the books.
I never
didn't take anything. Almost took almost nothing out because the movies were 4 hours long.
Yeah, the books I never read. Apparently Star Wars has books. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But the book, I think the books were written after the movies, which is weird.
That's kind of, it's like Halo.
Like reversed.
Yeah. Like Halo has books. Like, why? I don't want to read about Master Chief now. I don't care. There's no lore anymore. You're just making stuff up.
I'm trying to shoot the friggin' things, bro.
This isn't canon, bro.
I'm trying to shoot the things, bro.
Another thing. Can we say, like, listen, I'm not going to say what happened in Naruto. In Boruto. Why? In Boruto, because it's spoiler. Boruto is spoiler. Can I just say, as far as I am concerned, I just finished the manga. So I was talking to Sean, and he kind of said, "Yo, just don't waste your time watching the show. The show's shit. Just read the mangas." So I read the mangas, and like the mangas were good, but until it becomes worldwide news, I'm not going to say what happens. As far as I am concerned, anything that happened after the final battle between Naruto and Sasuke in the final valley
is not canon.
That's just fan fiction. The show ended there, and that's it. All right, that's what we're gonna go with, and that's it. Can the world agree on that Boruto is just fan fiction? Because I can't bring myself to accept what happens in Boruto. It's the most god awful shit I have ever had the unpleasure of reading and seeing with my eyes. It was horseshit. Like I was like, this is lazy. It's disgusting.
It's
But
basically
didn't they
what
call back
Pokemon
the
is now.
OG guy to try and help? They brought back the OG guy to try and help with it.
Because here's the
It
thing.
doesn't matter. The show's dead now.
I'll tell you a quick, not a spoiler, but it's obvious what they did. All of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, we have been taught to treat Naruto and Sasuke as like the ultimate, right? The level of the best shinobi of existence.
Yeah.
In Boruto, it's obvious what they were going to do. They needed to find a way to make Boruto surpass them.
Yeah.
And
obviously.
our entire lives, we told that Naruto and Sasuke were so overpowered that they were unpassable. So what they had to do was nerf Naruto and Sasuke in Boruto. And then the way they did it was the most lazy written garbage I have ever seen in my life. And it was just, I saw how they got nerfed, and I was like, I don't even want to watch Boruto. I don't even want to read about Boruto's journey. I was open-minded, and now I'm not. Like it's.
No, maybe I'll read it. Because I don't want to invest time into watching it. And like people, I've read it in a weekend. Things. I know, but like I've seen things where people were like, "Oh, this new episode coming up is going to be crazy. The fight Kawaki's here. It's going to be crazy."
It's
That's
overrated.
what I heard.
Like,
and then I never heard anything.
It's good, but it's here. Boruto is good, but it's like here's the only problem with Boruto is that I'll tell you why. It's okay, like it's good. If Naruto didn't exist.
But then Boruto doesn't exist.
It's the fact that we compare Boruto to Naruto throughout its entire life cycle. It doesn't matter how sick Boruto gets or how shit it gets. It's always going to be compared to Naruto, and Naruto wins in nostalgia, and that's it.
Anytime a place is like, hey, this thing is going to make us lots of money, the original author is done. He wants nothing to do with this anymore, but this makes us money. So let's just keep it going. Find someone else.
And they did the same. They did the same thing with.
That's never going to turn out well.
They did the same thing with Inuyasha, and I haven't watched it or read it. Hopefully,
I watched the first bit. I mean, like, it's not. It's better than Boruto started. I will say that at least. It's better than how. But I haven't watched it in a while though. Maybe I'll catch up. We'll see.
Yeah, Naruto ended. Madara got nerfed. Okay, that's when the series ended.
Johnny has the hood on. Something
and now
happened.
This leads us into our serious question, which is kind of like it's kind of interesting to me. So like basically Naruto, the whole plot was like the hidden plot was about Madara trying to end the cycle of hatred on his own terms, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So he discovered like the Uchiha tablets about infinite Tsukuyomi or whatever, right?
Yep.
So he said, hey, instead of fighting wars, how about I once and for all completely level everybody in existence and give you all a false reality of your own dreams and wishes, and then you guys can die and live happily ever after.
To be fair, it's not a bad idea.
Like I can respect the idea behind it because it's like rooted in pain and suffering and grief. So that's cool. But I guess my question to you guys is, if you had that same kind of basically Madara-esque power,
okay,
what would you do to like end that cycle?
Are you asking? All right. So are you asking if I was Madara and I put everyone under a similar infinite Tsukuyomi, or are you asking if I was put under it, what would my dream world be?
What would your world be if you were under the thing, right?
No. I mean, if because Madara had the power to basically affect life.
Yes.
Right. But he chose infinite Tsukuyomi as his way of making it better.
Okay.
So if you were in his position, how would you?
Instead of infinite Tsukuyomi, how would I?
Because he could have just put everybody under a genjutsu.
Yeah.
Or like, because when Itachi can basically change your mind or like reprogram your mind.
Yes.
Genjutsu, and then put you back in reality.
That's the fact that he could do that is insane. Yeah. So before we continue this conversation, something to tell you about how crazy Itachi is. Itachi was forced to kill his girlfriend or his love interest in the show. During what he did was probably the most noble thing I've ever seen in anime history. And this is canon. It's in the manga. It's in like Itachi's own spin-off mangas. What he did to her was, before killing her, he put under a genjutsu. And the genjutsu lasted literally half a second. But in that half a second, she lived 65 years of her life married to Itachi.
And they were together, and they were happy.
And they had a whole family. Itachi became Hokage. And when she snapped out of it, when Itachi's blade was through her stomach, she like mumbled "thank you" and died. And I thought that was like, whoo, like goosebumps.
That was deep, bro.
That was deep. So, what would we do, Andre, if you were Madara Uchiha?
I need to know the extent of my powers. Like
basically,
like, is it because like he put them under infinite Tsukuyomi because that's what he can do with the moon and the reflection and all that stuff. Like,
but technically, that's just a genjutsu.
Like, I just want to know: can I do anything? Like, what?
I'm assuming so, because you're essentially doing a genjutsu, right? If Itachi can give someone an entire life in their own reality, in like their own not reality, in their own mental dream world, then like assuming that, because the way it worked, right, the moon was a reflection of Madara's Sharingan, which put everyone under genjutsu.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And
so assuming it's your Sharingan.
Yeah, and he chose through that genjutsu to put you into a dream state.
Yeah.
But you could have done anything else, basically. And like anything else that you could wildly dream of, you could have done to those people.
So, I'll tell you this. At that point, if I'm Madara Uchiha, I'm being a little bit selfish. All right? At that point, you won. You won. And I'm thinking dictator status. There is not... You just single-handedly wiped out an entire shinobi army.
Yeah.
Who's going to stand up to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like... Yo, there isn't much. You defeated Hashirama's clones, like reincarnation. Everyone outside of Naruto and Sasuke were under infinite Tsukuyomi. And it's literally... You're in a position of power where you just single-handedly wiped out war because you're the only nation.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying slaves or anything, but like, you know, then you turn into kind of a good guy, and you kind of, your genjutsu kind of tricks people who are out of line to create a perfect model. It's horrible to say, but like, if I'm thinking to stop world wars and peace, then you have to become the one leader to stop that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but would that make it better?
No, absolutely not. Like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I'm trying to, like, maybe Andre has an idea.
Oh yeah.
My thing would be, if I can do Itachi level stuff, it would be to change the mindsets of the people. So, I mean, like, I don't know if this is a cop-out, but like, I can literally just change their mindsets to say, hey, cooperation is the best way to solve our issues, so let's stop fighting and cooperate and share our resources.
Wouldn't they have to be under genjutsu their whole time, because eventually they snap out of it? No.
But didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe. No. You're right. You're right. They would have to be genjutsu the same way, but like, instead of just putting them to sleep, I feel like we can still have the world moving. But I would just change their outlook to say, hey, we should share, we should do this, but like, that sounds like a cop-out. That can just be like, yo, world peace.
That's what it sounds like. Been saying his whole life.
Do you know what you can do? This is kind of a follow-up. So put everyone under that infinite Tsukuyomi, but give everyone the same dream of what everyone needs to do to have a perfect world, and then snap them out of it.
But then that wouldn't work.
But then it gives literally everybody the answer to what they need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they also know that they spent fucking 500, 700 episodes trying to stop this from happening, and then they fail. So now they're just like, oh, we're back to normal. Let's fight this guy. They're not going to worry about what they dreamed about. No one gave a shit about what they dreamed about when they woke up. You're just like, damn, that was a nice dream. Oh, this is real world.
They were actually
I got to rebuild my house.
It was fake.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the whole point of me asking the question was like Madara wasn't wrong in thinking and feeling the way, like, how messed up the world is, but him doing that was like, there is no way a human being can end that kind of cycle. There is no.
He basically gave up. He's like, the world's not gonna be able to do it themselves, so I'ma just let y'all be happy. But the world itself, like the physical world, is gonna turn to shit.
Yeah, like
so
because that's a mass suicide note.
Yeah, but it's also
reproduction.
It's all that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's literally what happens to like that's the end of humanity. That line. Everyone's under a dream until they die.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish you guys watched I wish you guys watched Attack on Titan. So
I will watch it. I will watch it soon.
Bro,
hopefully.
That's
hopefully I will be
depressing. That's depression.
Yo. The conversations we have on my other pod, bro. Like you guys don't even understand. I wish you guys watched it.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. I'm getting to it, man. I'm getting to it. Settle down.
I cannot get over the trauma of was it Aaron
of episode 1?
Yes, bro. I got up to 3. I don't even remember what it was about.
You know what the good thing is?
The mom it
doesn't get any better.
I know.
It doesn't get any better.
It gets worse.
Not even a little bit.
All I can hope.
The better parts are just to get your hopes up.
It's just
so
Levi.
You crush them worse than before.
And I know Levi's been built up just to be murdered in the most grotesque way possible.
Andre, give him that look. Don't say that. I'm watching it. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. We're not talking about this.
I know how these writers act. They just want.
So ever since we stopped talking about footy, Bale has gone back to a golf player. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, we're changing. Okay, we're changing.
Motivation, bro.
We still haven't finished the Madara conversation.
I know. I'm just trying to get Jonny off the other.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
as am I. But listen. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I'm putting people under Infinite Tsukuyomi. I don't know. It's such a hard answer because there's no right answer. Ideally, like, listen, his mentality, like, if you think about it, out of all, like, including Madara and the Akatsuki members, the only one who had a head on his shoulder was Itachi. Right? His thing was like, if we don't fight, we won't have wars. Pain's mentality was genuinely, I'm going to kill everybody you love so that you feel the same pain and there's no war.
But like, was Itachi's head on his shoulders?
I mean, the
third Hokage came to him and said, listen, your family wants to start a war. So go murder all of them. And Itachi's like, you know what? Yeah.
Here's the thing.
No,
he was 13 when he did that, or 14.
Exactly.
No, because he knew that if the Uchiha clan went to war with the rest of the village,
it was the end of the village.
Uchiha could win, and then it's just chaos.
Because not only that, wasn't it that if they went to war, then other nations would see the Hidden Leaf as really weak and damaged, and that was during the Second Great Ninja War. So it's like,
it's just political turmoil.
Yo, but technically, didn't Madara's plan work? Because they made like a central bad guy that they all had to work together to defeat, and now they're all just friends.
Yeah,
like in all of Bartos, which is cool, and they have to fight aliens now.
But I'll tell you.
Yo, so technically,
if
Masashi Kishimoto was smart, he would have just made them eternally fight Madara, so that all the rest of the wars would stop. And that would have ended the cycle.
But there are no more wars. They're fighting aliens now.
Yeah, I know. That's why Boruto's shit, bro. Because there's
they nerfed Madara because they're like, we can't profit off of this anymore. So, and I can't beat him.
I mean, here's I think it's gone to the point. I don't know when the manga was written in terms of in the same correlation as the book, but it felt like to the point where it's like, all right, Madara is strong. How are they going to beat him? And they spent like 200 episodes trying to figure that out on how to make it realistic.
When Might Guy
that was the craziest
gave him the 8th gate of death and Madara survived, Kishimoto was like, okay, that's supposed to have killed him, but I didn't let him die. So I literally have nothing. There's nothing I can do now.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's It's confusing. It's tough. It's tough. I was gonna say something, and something happened.
To Mars. Yo, honestly, I feel like Jonny just asked that question to try and like save us from last episode, bro. He's like, yo, how could we save the world? You know what I mean? To try and
I have no.
to to try and make us look like half decent people after
Loki?
fucking
No.
last time.
I was saying, like, how would we take over the world? This is corruption at its finest.
Oh. Like,
See,
this is...
like, I was going in with Madara's mentality because he wanted to save, right?
That's what I'm saying. I think I'd be a dictator.
Like, he wanted to end the cycle of hatred, but
honestly, I feel like that would be
he
boring,
wasn't instituting
though,
a cycle of happiness.
I really
He's
feel
just like, I'm just
like,
gonna end it.
But I really feel like having the ability to just control people at my whim would get boring so fast.
So if Madara really wanted pain or the wars to end, the way he would do it would be to pretend like he's trying and eventually succumb to death and commit suicide at the hands of the shinobi force.
No,
so they're like, yeah, we did it.
But that wouldn't help, because whoever killed Madara would think eventually that nation would think we're the better nation, so we should rule. Because that's how it's been all the time.
Well, then didn't Naruto and Sasuke killed Kaguya?
Yeah, but that's because this Naruto, that's the show. Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah, and you also have to realize that all the other villages were like, shit, Leaf Village is way better than us. Let's take a back seat and just attend these meetings.
So another thing was that the way it all ended was Naruto genuinely befriended every village by helping them out in some way or another.
And then when he dies, bro, because he's not immortal, so when he dies, like, yo, Naruto was actually annoying, fam. Do you remember when this guy was a kid? And
Believe it.
Believe it. Well, I don't anymore. So let's go back to these wars and bloodshed. What's going on?
And then Boruto becomes Hokage. Or some dumb shit like that.
Don't mention that name, bro.
Yeah.
Then Gaara goes back to being a crazy Jinchuriki. Yo, that would be so
he's
back to shape shifting.
He's one character. Gaara is one.
B would have been every character in the show then.
Gaara is one character that they completely killed in Boruto. He was so sick in Shippuden, and they just fucking nerfed him.
He's a comb over.
Yeah, he sucks now. He's so boring.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy got sterilized, bro.
He was genuinely in my top 5 favorite shinobi, like favorite characters in Naruto, and they just made him shit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man.
What are we wrapping up? We're wrapping this up.
I don't know. I have no idea how long we've been going. I just know I have to take a.
All I want to say is that Madara is probably my favorite villain,
and you know what?
Of all time.
Listen, if you find out what you would do in Madara situations where you have all the power in the world, what would you do? Let us know in the comments down below.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
You know what I would do? I would fix VAR, bro. I would fix VAR. I would put every referee under Genjutsu and say, listen, every bad call you make, you're going to get stabbed. And look how many bad calls you made in your career. And it all happens in a split second. Now they're perfect. I just fixed the world.
They're like referee soldiers. All right.
I agree.
Thank you so much for listening. This week's episode of the Don't Think Too Hard podcast brought to you by Jonny, Andre, Patrick, and myself, Matchy. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Don't Think Too Hard Podcast, at DT2H Podcast for any and all news and information. Make sure to like, subscribe, tell all your friends, push the notification button. We'll see you the same time back next time. Take it easy.